Your peers' pillows are filled with tears. Don't be scared to fight those tears without fear. If you want to be a top tier, kick those blankets so you can see the brightness. Welcome to the Domain XER podcast, where we talk to the real numbers, the real changers. We are the X, an element of all real numbers, and we are all about finding the X in you.
His pillows are filled with tears. Don't be scared to wipe those tears without fear. If you want to be a top tier, kick those blankets so you can see the brightness. God damn, enjoy people. Welcome to the Domain XER podcast. I am Liteta Juili, and this is the Domain XER podcast episode 11. And as always, I'm not alone because this is the Domain XER podcast. It's not the check-in. I'm not alone. Let me get ready so that I can be able to say everything properly. A playwright, a singer, a songwriter, an actress specializing in cabaret. Everyone, give it up for Cara Rossouw. Which accent do you want me to use? Is it Cara or you want me to say Cara?
Either way, actually, I'm actually fine either way. Yeah. If I, first off, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
Yeah.
It's lovely to have you also here. But when I introduce myself to English people, I just say Cara. But to Afrikaans people, I say Cara. So literally whichever.
So can you please say your surname for me so that I can be able to...
Rossouw or just Rossouw, whichever.
Rossouw. Oh, Cara Rossouw. Thank
There
you
we
for the
go.
space as well.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Yeah. Guys, she had to hide the dogs away from me, eh? And I saw that, through the window that there's quite a lot of dogs in here. How many dogs do you have?
It's only 2.
Only 2.
And they're very friendly. It's just, I knew that they were
when
gonna...
she texted me telling me that there's dogs, I was like, ish, should I go back home?
They are
Should I
very
go back
friendly,
home?
but no, they're gone. I was scared they're gonna knock over the stuff, man, or like...
At least it's been quite a few minutes since I've been here and they haven't barked. Because you said one thing that you were worried about is them barking.
Yeah, so they've been good for now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fingers crossed. Touch wood, guys. Touch wood.
Okay, so Cara, has it always been like this? Because you seem like a triple threat, or should I say quad threat artist. You sing, you do cabaret, you write plays, and also you are a graduate at the Stellenbosch University with BA Honours in Drama degree. Please, because I only know your work from 2022 up until now. I don't know the Cara before 2022. I don't know the childhood Cara. So Cara, please, we gotta know some of the things that you are really good at now. Have you always had them, or you just discovered them along the way?
Look, I'll be honest, for the longest time. Okay, let me start. I'm gonna try and not yap for an hour, but when I was a child, I was very performative, I loved, singing, dancing. My favorite show was Hannah Montana. I wanted to be Hannah Montana because that girl, or more specifically actually Miley Cyrus, because she was singing, dancing, or not dancing, she was singing and acting and everything. So I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So as a child, that was really wow, I just want to perform.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I think the reality, what we call the reality of the matter, kicked in, and everyone around me, I feel like parents and older people love telling kids, you can dream big, you can do whatever, but as soon as they grow up a little bit, they're like, you have to be realistic now, you can't dream that big, So as I got older, now the cat's making a noise.
No, don't worry.
So as I got older, okay. So as I got older, I was told to be realistic, So I kind of put that side of me on the side, and I decided, okay, I want to go study medicine. So for a while, that was my plan. I was gonna go be a doctor. But
Dr. Cara.
yeah, doctor. Yeah, so I was gonna be a doctor, and then in high school I started doing like drama after school and stuff, right? But I said for a long time, okay, I love doing this, maybe I'll do this one day, but I will never go study it because, you know, that's unrealistic. Studying it, like, I can go do auditions without a degree, you know, like, and as I got older, it was just kind of impossible for me to deny that
This thing
that's
is calling you.
yeah, it was my passion. It's what I love to do. And even though there were other, you know, subjects and stuff that I was good at, I wasn't passionate about it. So I decided, you know what, like, I'm gonna go audition for drama. If I get in, then I get in, then I'm gonna study drama. If I don't, then it's a sign, like, you know. So I got in, studied drama, and it was actually during COVID. So as a child, I did like singing lessons and singing competitions because I, again, loved the stage. But I also gave that up as soon as I got to high school and stuff because everything was just clashing. So there wasn't time
Enough
for
time to do all of
academics
them.
and that and whatever. So I just focused on academics. And then it was during COVID where I was like, okay, I'm bored. What must I do? So I picked up a ukulele and I started writing music a little bit. So
Okay.
obviously at the
Oh,
start,
ukulele is it's
yeah,
the,
it's a
the
small guitar. Yeah.
Sure.
So I was learning. I was like, okay, I have this ukulele. I'm gonna try and learn how to play.
So you taught yourself how to play that?
Yes, but I will say ukulele is very easy.
Really?
Ukulele, because there's 4 strings, so it's like it's easier than guitar, for example. I'm still learning guitar, but it's easier to pick up. So I started playing ukulele, and then I started writing songs. And then after the COVID-19 pandemic, when we came back and stuff, I did my honors year. So my honors year, I did cabaret. Again, I didn't want to do cabaret because I was like, it's not realistic. Like, where am I going to use it? I would rather do my honors in playwriting or directing. So at first, you put down your 3 options, that you want to do. And I put cabaret as the 3rd option. Because I was like, I'll put it there for in case I don't get in for the and then I spoke a bit to my parents because I also thought my parents aren't gonna like let me study cabaret. And I spoke to my other friends that ended up also doing cabaret, and I was like, sure, like this is what I want to do. So I sent an email and I was like, okay, actually I want to do cabaret, please let me do cabaret. And they were like, okay, this is what we need you to audition for. So I did cabaret. Sure, I'm making this a very long story.
No,
Point
don't
is,
cry.
during that
Yeah,
cabaret year, that's when I got inspired to sing a bit more, because then I got to bring my singing side and my acting side and my writing side, because we were writing our own texts and stuff, all into one.
So sorry to cut you. I had to do my homework, right? I had to do my homework. When I saw the word specializing in cabaret, and I asked myself, should I write this thing down and ask her what is cabaret, or should I do my own homework? And then I saw cabaret, what kind of like thing it is. It's one of those scenes. Have you watched a movie and they're in a club or just night vibes and
Yes.
yeah? But then obviously it's a different thing, because they when I searched it, they even specified that it's not like strip or it's not that, but it's something. And also to a point where you even wrote your own oneself play written at, is it Adapt or Die or Adapt or D?
It's adapt or die. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did you get the inspiration to actually?
So
And what was happening in it?
So cabaret, I'll be honest, when I went to study it, I wasn't even sure like what it was. Like I'll be so serious. I knew I was gonna act and I was gonna sing, and that was enough for me.
Yeah.
And then when we were 4 doing cabaret. When we got in the class, they were like, okay, why do you guys want to do this? What is cabaret? And we were all like,
Scratching our
I'm
heads.
not sure. Because a lot of people think of cabaret and they think of like nightlife and that, like, you know, because they think of either the musical Life is a Cabaret or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not that at all. So cabaret is like a political commentary type of art form, and it's satire. So it's comedy, and it's basically you are making fun of like political figures, of political structures, right? Which is so perfect for me. You know me, like I can't stay quiet when someone says something problematic. Like I'm known for it. Like I've learned to pick my battles, but sometimes I struggle. But it was perfect for me. So at the end of our cabaret year, we had to do a one woman or a one man show, and we had to write it ourselves, because the whole point is you doing political commentary, right? So you can't perform someone else's play. So we had to do like sketches and make it into one big play. So I made it, the title is Adapt or Die. And it was about basically characters that are either struggling or they just refuse to adapt to the way the world is changing. So people that are still stuck in the past, conservative people. So I had like an old Danie, like a Oma, that, shame, she wants to understand, but she just doesn't really understand. But it was very funny, I will say so myself, because then you bring the music aspect into it as well. So we had to do like parodies of songs. So this Danie, for example, she doesn't really understand the whole transgender thing. And there's this boy in her class that's now a girl, and she just doesn't understand. But in the way that she speaks, you can actually realize, that's how dumb it sounds when we make these arguments, because we're going back on our arguments. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Sure.
So same with, I had like the super racist, like, Boer character, which was very risky. It was a very, it was very controversial, this play. There were always one or two people walking out, always an old white woman in the front. And they think, they're going to see some singing, acting. Yeah. And then when I start performing, they're like, this isn't for me. Then they leave. So it was a risky show. So that's what cabaret is about. It's at risk, and it's about challenging the way that, people see society or whatever.
And sending the message across as
exactly,
well.
Exactly. So that's what inspired my show. And just like the fact that I see so many people that I love and close friends of mine, and even me being like discriminated against. So I'm super passionate about like speaking up. So it was lovely being able to do that while performing my art form. So that's why I love cabaret, especially so much.
So did because you said most you had a ukulele, you started writing music, now you wrote the Adapt or Die. So was that your path to starting to write plays? And
I would say
which is the play that you I forgot the name. It's
Nadi Dood Ons Skei.
Yeah.
So till death do us part. So Nadi Dood Ons Skei translates to after death does us part.
Apart.
After death. So it's about like the afterlife, basically.
So is that the play that you wrote? And then it took part in the 2024 Sweet Oyster Feast.
Yes, that is the best.
I was there when you guys were doing the script reading.
The readings,
But at that time,
we
I didn't know.
We didn't know each other at all.
Yeah. So what's happening on... please say the name of the play. I don't want to say it wrong. That's the thing.
Nadi Dood Ons Skei.
Please.
Okay.
So what was the whole inspiration behind it, and what was happening, and how was it like for it to be part of the Sweet Oyster Feast? Just the process. Please.
Okay. So the play, I must say, is quite personal to me. Like, it's quite a home eating, type of play. I wrote it as part of the Naughty Young Starter project, the Naughty Young Rising Stars.
Yeah.
So we were a group of 5 writers. We went away for 3 weeks. Northern Cape, it was very, very nice. We had some nice mentors and stuff, and we made the play what it is, But the play is about essentially an older woman. She's 80. And she wakes up one morning and she's calling to Marianne, which, like, you assume it's a caretaker, right? And she's calling and Marianne doesn't come. And there enters this like young guy in the room, and obviously it's not Marianne, so you're like, who is this guy now? But also this woman is like sick in bed, so you don't know, like, okay, Turns out she's dead. Okay,
The woman.
the woman is dead,
Yeah.
and this guy that comes in, she obviously gets a massive fright, and like he needs to calm her down, whatever. And then next thing he has to do, he needs to convince her you are actually dead. Like you need to now accept the fact that you're dead. And she's like, am I in the hell? Like where? What is happening? Where am I?
Wow.
And this guy, she first doesn't recognize him, but then it sets in that this is actually her brother that has passed. A twin brother that passed when they were 21 years old on their 21st birthday. So they have a lot of like settling to do and like making amends to do before they can move on from this like liminal space into the afterlife. So the whole play is basically them like revisiting their childhood and the way that they both kind of, it's the same DNA, it's the same, living environment, but they both turned out very, very differently. They took different paths. And it's kind of about that, like, under pressure, it doesn't matter where you're from. Like, people make all these assumptions because essentially the guy that passed away at 21, he committed suicide, okay? And he was like, the path he chose was like, he was on a lot of like drugs and stuff, and he was very much mixed up with the wrong people at the time, whereas she went the other route and like she was trying to overachieve. So she wanted to be this perfect child for her mother and father, whereas the boy wanted to rebel against the mother and father. That's essentially the story. And it was inspired by my brother that passed away. So he passed away in 2020. It was a tough year for all of us. But yeah, also, it was self-induced, and he was also, caught up in drugs and stuff. And I think that the stereotype that we associate with people that do drugs and that get into that is that, they come from a bad place, or this, whereas you see someone that's like high achieving and you think, oh, they have it all laid out for them, whereas people can come from the same place and make different choices. So yeah, that's what the play was kind of about.
It's heavy.
It is heavy. It is
That-
heavy. But
that's
there
what
is
I
some
must say.
comedy in there. There is some
Really?
comedy in there, yeah, because they're playing around. And if you think about it aesthetically, it's an 80-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man. And usually when you see that dynamic, there's a respect type of thing.
yeah,
But these people are twins. So they're fighting like brother and sister. And you see some flashbacks to when they were kids. So they running around, chasing each other around. So it's very interesting to look at almost, because they're fighting like trying to be spiteful and stuff like that. So it's interesting to look at, but there is also some comedic moments, they laugh about sometimes serious things. And I think a lot of people that go through a lot of trauma don't always realize how serious the thing is that they laugh about. So there's moments where it turns from the comedy into the serious matter, and vice versa,
So, dwelling more into you writing plays, some people, when they write something, obviously they're inspired by something else, but when you write the play, others need to be away from the people. There are certain things that other people do in order for them to be able to get this thing together. What do you do just to put this whole thing together? Do you just come back from work or wherever, write one scene today, chill, or you just like, I just need to be away from everyone so I can...
I'll be honest, it really depends. Like, I feel like everything I write or do or create, because I also write music and I, perform and act and stuff, I like to just call myself a creator. Like, it's difficult for me to put myself into boxes. Obviously,
So you don't categorize yourself.
Yeah,
like,
so
no, I'm an
obviously,
actor,
when you put it on your CV, you need to say I'm this. But like, to me, it's all intertwined. So there are times where I'm more focused on making music, and then there's times where I'm more focused on writing, and it really depends on what is inspiring me at the moment. So it's like a bug bites me, and then like for 2 months, I'm just making music, and then I'm like, okay, I need to write now. I will say writing is the one thing, it doesn't come as quickly and naturally as the others, because you really need to go sit at a desk and be like, okay, I'm going to focus now. So it really helped that mentorship program that I went away for.
Yeah.
Because you need to remove yourself kind of and really focus on this play.
Focusing.
Especially if you like, writing about difficult topics, it's so easily to want to, okay, this is too much for me now, I'm gonna go do something else, I'm gonna sit and scroll on TikTok, you know. So yeah, to get back to your question, it really depends, and it's whatever a bug bites me, and I love the fact that I am versatile, if I can say so myself, because I don't have to sit like and do one thing at a time. That's one thing about me. I need to be able to do different things, and that's me.
So, is that where Mr. Zubeya spotted you for the Battered Housewives, or you?
Actually,
How did it happen that you ended up being on Battered Housewives Club cast?
okay, so yeah, Leteta and I were together in a play. We acted together in the Battered Housewives Club, and it was written and directed by Zubair Charles, our friend. He's lovely. But Zubair actually didn't spot me anywhere.
Oh.
So a friend of mine actually said, listen, I have a friend, he's looking for someone, he's looking for an actress who can sing, is a white girl, and like, you know, I think you should audition.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I was like, and it was stressful because I had one day, and Zubair, you know Zubair, he writes these long things, right? And then you have to audition that. Now he sends me these long things, and I'm like, I literally had one day, because the next day I was leaving to go to Oudtshoorn to go make music. I drive all the way. We can talk about that later. But so I was like, YOLO, do you know what? Like, this is the year of me putting myself out there and just like taking risk. If nothing comes of it, nothing comes of it.
At least you tried.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna try and memorize this. I sent it in, and I was like, listen. I even told Zubair, I was like, listen, it could be better, but I'm at a crunch for time, so whatever. And he actually responded saying, listen, you way too hard on yourself. These are amazing. So that was actually, I will say that Battered Housewives Club really also boosted my confidence as an actor. Because before that, I hadn't acted that much other than university. And I was keeping that a secret from the cast, eh? I was like, I'm just going to fake it till I make it here and just pretend like I've been doing this for years. Because yes, I studied it, but cabaret is so different. And while I was studying, you know, we had COVID-19 for like a year and a half, you know, like, so I wasn't performing that much. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to put myself out there. And I did the play. And while I was doing the play, it was such a loving environment that it really helped me like feel supported and feel, you know, when you're done with that intense scene and someone like Leteta comes to you and says, you're well done.
I was about to talk about that. Like right now, I was like, if that was you faking it, then you really did make it. Because each and every time after your scene in column, oh my God, they know. They like, guys, I'll just go to them and tell them, guys, how was it like? At least now I'm talking to the person that was in the scene, because the last time I mentioned this was when I was with Bokang. Yeah. So now, how was it like for you? How was it like working with Ukalam? And
Look, Callum has done this for a while, so he's a little bit older than me. He played my husband in the Battered Housewives Club, and you only see him at the end of the play, and we have this arguing scene. It's quite an abusive relationship, so that's what the play is about. And it's quite a hectic scene, and I think what made it easier is working with Callum and also working with Zubair, because it felt very, for lack of better term, human. Like, it felt like it wasn't this high pressure environment of like, you have to say every line perfect. It was a playful environment where we could test things out. So he's supposed to like beat me essentially at the end, right? Like, my character, spoiler alert, my character, so like, and he's supposed to beat me to death, and trigger warning as well, sorry guys. But like, so we had to play around with like, okay, my character's pregnant as well, 8 months, so how are we gonna get me to the floor without like harming me, but also it must look like it's harming me.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Before I came here, I told my granny that I'm going to shoot an episode with you, and then I was trying to explain who it was from the ladies, and then she was like, the one that was pregnant, she thought that you were really pregnant.
Yeah, people thought that, which is like, guys, it's so funny because with that pregnant belly, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't have the belly until the day of the performance, and we ended up just gluing foam together, like stacks of foam, and then cutting it into the shape of the pregnant belly. So I was like, so these people are gonna think like this is the fakest pregnant belly they ever seen. But at the end of the day, people were like,
believed it.
But like, to get back to it, I think the environment really, really helped me, and it was such a truthful environment, and everyone was vulnerable. I think because the story also forced us to be vulnerable and not act tough and whatever. So yeah, that really helped a lot.
Okay, so on the year of 2022, while you were graduating and all that, you released your first single,
Yes.
Ontken, which means deny or unknown.
Yeah, it means ontken means to deny. Yeah.
Deny.
To like, yeah. That is what it means.
Okay.
Okay.
So the direct translation is deny, and I saw the cover art.
Okay, let me
you
give
have
you some context
Yeah.
about what the song is about. Because I also have some English friends where they're like, yo, Cara, I don't understand a word that you're saying because I do make music in Afrikaans.
Yeah.
So I get that. But the song is basically about liking someone or actually being in love with someone, but there's no conversation about it. So it's like, dude, does this person like me back? Like, what is this happening? So at the end of the chorus, I say, you are denying your intentions. You're saying everything that you're doing is only friendship wise. So you're denying your intentions and I'm denying my feelings for you. So that's essentially what the song is about. It is also written in a queer context. So you can interpret the song whichever way you want. But if you want to know more about what influenced the song, first off, I need to mention, because a lot of people, if they don't know who Spoegwolf is, they're not going to catch some of the lyrics. The person I wrote it about was a big Spoegwolf fan. Spoegwolf is an Afrikaans band, and the main singer, the vocal lead, his name is Danie, okay? And there was a song that me and this girl, it was like, I don't know, she was really obsessed with the song. So I used some of the lyrics in a smart way to kind of, and I say that Danie accompanies us down Stellenbosch's main street, by which I mean like he's singing over the radio and he's like, the music is taking us whatever. So that's the one aspect I have to mention, because some people don't get that. Maybe a weird song to release first.
Because I was also about to ask you that you mentioned something about Danie Stellenbosch Street, 400 years, taking you to something like that.
So
but
it's,
now it you just cleared it out there.
So it really takes place in Stellenbosch. There's some Stellenbosch references and some Spoegwolf references. So that kind of situates it in Stellenbosch. And then also this queer side of it, of a lot of people that are queer are in these super close friendships, and maybe there's vibes, but you don't really know how to interpret it, especially if you're still young and you have just come out or whatever, and you're still finding yourself. You don't know, does this person like me or not? So it's the song about, the end, I also have this little bit of an outro to the song where I also say, I, my heart is on my sleeve, and I'm just hoping, praying that, I want to ask you, do you love me too? And then I say, but my head is running away with me, kind of I'm thinking about all these things, but it's like a bittersweet type of song, So,
okay,
yeah.
so this is what I want to know. So Danie is a real person, right?
Yeah.
So how was Danie's response?
I actually messaged Danie. So I messaged Danie and I was like, hey, just so you know, and I wasn't expecting anything from him, but I was like, if my name was in a song, I would have wanted to know, right? So I DM'd Danie, and he's quite big, so I was like, this is risky, but I just DM'd him and I said, hi, I just want to let you know, I just released my first song, and I referenced you in it, and your music. I would love if you had a listen, but no pressure or anything. I wasn't expecting him to promote it or anything like that, and he ended up actually first of all, he was like super flattered, and then second, he followed me and he like put it on his story and everything. So I was like, yo, so that's still a mutual I have, which I'm like hoping to bank in on later. To be honest with you, like my dream collab is with Spookful, so I'm hoping to make that happen one day. But on the topic of collabs, I know that I want to build up my repertoire a little bit. Like I want to approach an artist and be like, this is what I can offer. This is like the audience I have. Let's work together.
Because now the song is sitting at like 2.5k plays on YouTube.
On YouTube,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know really. I don't really check my YouTube statistics, to be honest with you. Like I check my Spotify more often.
Yeah.
So I know I think it's almost at 10k on Spotify. Yeah, which is nice. So, but my more recent stuff has actually been doing better because I think I learned over time that how important promotion really is in music right now. So I've been really like using social media to my advantage, which helps a lot. It really does. So the stuff I've been releasing lately, I think because YouTube works a little bit different. It's not as algorithm oriented. So the older stuff will have more views. But on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, I'm trying to lead them to my newer stuff. It's been, I will say, like every release it does a little bit better.
And also the way you write your music, it's like more heartfelt. I don't know if you writing a sentence to someone or what, because there's Ontken, which is deny. Then there's my reader. Is it reader?
Reader.
My reason, right?
Yes.
And then there's lifesaver, but I can't pronounce that name properly, so I would like you to pronounce it for me.
So my most recent single, it's called Levens Raider. You can do it.
Raider.
Yeah, well done. You can do it. Levens Raider, it means lifesaver or lifeguard, right? So a lifeguard in Afrikaans, you just call it a levensredder. But no one uses that term. Everyone just says lifeguard. But I wrote it about someone who did lifeguarding for a few years. So that's why I kind of...
years?
Yeah, like she did lifeguarding while she was still in school and stuff. So that was like part of, and she has like a bunch of lifeguarding clothes and stuff. So it was like, oh, that's cute. So I kind of use that as inspiration for the song. So there's a lot of like ocean references if you listen close, you will maybe hear a wave or something in the background.
And when you like promoting it, I see you wearing the lifeguard.
Yeah, I was thinking like, hopefully if I wear that, then people will recognize that as well. Like you need to put things in your videos kind of that people will recognize, so that they're not only like, oh, I like this video, like scroll and never think of you again. You want, when they see another video of you, they want to recognize you, so that you need to build up an audience that's not only there. Yeah.
They did, because it was compared to Tyler's cover art.
Yeah, no,
and
guys.
And then it's now sitting at 5-point-something million views on TikTok.
At the moment, it's at 8.1 million, which is like, to be completely honest with you, it's very overwhelming. Like it's exciting and it's great and all, but something like that, it's difficult to comprehend. Like so many people, and I go to work and people that have never like English people or Xhosa people that have never like seen me on TikTok, they're like, oh, you are on my For You page. I'm like, guys. So it can be a little bit overwhelming. So at the moment, I'm just trying to not, because you have to ride the wave, right? So as soon as you hit that virality, you have to keep on going, which is a lot of pressure. So I mean, I'm in a very privileged position to have gotten that views, and I understand that and everything, but with social media and with the big role it plays in musicians' lives at the moment and in their careers, it can be a little bit overwhelming. It can be, okay, I'm stuck on my screen the whole time. I'm busy making videos 24/7, responding to comments, because you have to respond, you have to be there. You know?
Don't like doing that. Responding to comments, just put on a like,
Look, I agree. but it helps. It helps so much with engagement because you want to build up like a fan base and a community essentially. And the more you respond to comments, the more likely people are to comment. Because if they see, oh, this girl is responding, they're like, oh, maybe she'll respond to my comment. So I know that it's a really important aspect as well. Hopefully one day I'll have like a team and I'll have someone doing my social media, pretending to be me, answering the comments. But right now, like, I know how important that is, and it can get a little bit like, okay, it's like all consuming. It's everything that you're doing all the time is social media. You're doing more social media than you're doing music at the end of the day, you know. So I am happy, and it is picking up, and the song is doing well. I mean, it's only been out a bit more than a week and like 2 days, and it's at 5K plays on Spotify, which isn't bad. It's still a little, but like it's building on my previous tracks. So
now let's talk about Bokang's favorite song.
Bokang's favorite song.
Yona, which means yours, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't wanna lie. I also love that song.
Yeah.
I also love that song because I think it's the bit that pushes it, and also the way that you like oh my god, it just gives you the vibe. Did you There's a video that you posted. I think it was when you were with the Battered Housewives Club, and then I was watching it, and then Smonga was doing something like I was.
Yeah,
Just
guys.
the song gives you a whole vibe.
Oh God, thank you. Yeah, I think Yona is my most upbeat song. So always when I am showing my music, like if someone wants to hear my music and I know they don't understand Afrikaans, I'm playing them Yona because I know that at least they'll like the beat and stuff. But Yona, like the title, I don't know if you actually know what the song is about, but the title is Yours, which is very misleading. So you think it's going to be like a love song, but no.
That's what I thought. I mean,
see, it's
even when I was looking at the cover art, I could see that, I don't know, it's giving vibes of I'm yours, I'm forcing yourself to you or something like that.
Okay, no, that's not what it's about.
Please, I stand to be corrected. Tell me the right thing.
the song is about, so if you listen to the chorus, I'm saying like, now that I'm looking back on this relationship, so the intro of the song, I'm saying like, wow, like you were perfect. You were all these stunning, lovely things, and I thought we were gonna be together forever. How am I ever gonna move on? And then there's this pause, and I say, "Swear with it," which is like, I'm so over this. Which is like, I'm so over this heartbreak. Like, actually, do you know what? I'm angry now. So then the chorus, it says like, I'm looking back now, and I'm realizing like, this was never our thing. It was yours. It was never like I wasn't allowed to be myself. I wasn't allowed to sing anymore, which actually literally in that relationship, like singing is my thing, you know, I sing all the time.
So wait,
and this person,
sorry Cara, you can't say that and just pass it like that. You
so
can't
I will elaborate. Okay, so in this relationship, it's about like, you know, looking back and seeing like this person wasn't who you thought they were. It wasn't like this idealized image. And I love singing. I sing all the time when I'm walking around the house, you know. And this person, like, it was like annoying for them.
What?
So I ended up having to kind of like dull my voice and dull myself down in many ways for this person. And looking like when you just come out of a heartbreak, you're so torn, and you're like, how am I gonna get over this person? They were great. And after a while, you're looking back and you're like, hold on a minute,
this whole thing that I was doing, it was just for you.
Yeah, like, so it's essentially about like, if this, like, you know, why did you, like, you were actually awful. Like, why was I fantasizing this and like, you know, making this relationship out to be this perfect thing. And then in the bridge of the song, it's a very sarcastic bridge. It's very salty kind of in a way. And it says like, my heart breaks now for your new girl. Because she's under this impression
she's going to experience the same thing. Yeah,
and it's like, she's under this impression that you're this perfect person, that she's so special to you, whatever. But I'm sad for her because I can already see you like suppressing her, and she's not being herself. And like over a few months, she's also gonna look back
And be like,
and think, and then I sing the chorus again. Like, this was never our thing, it was yours. Yeah, so it's not a love song at all. It's a breakup song, which like I like that the title gives you that idea, and then you listen to the song and you're like, yo. So that's the only, like, I think I'm quite good at writing sad songs, to be honest. The other day, someone was like, oh, like, do you ever write sad things? And I was so taken aback, because I'm like, what do you mean? And then I took a moment and I realized, like, everything I've released so far are happy songs. And I think, like, it is intentional. I am kind of wanting to tell a little bit of a story, and follow the journey through the music. So you guys can expect a lot of sad things. But when I was writing this song, I was just like, you know what, like, I'm gonna push myself a little bit out the box and not be so sad and heartbroken over this, and actually take a chance to just be like, no, I deserved better than this, and this person was awful, actually.
do you think your songs are always delving or around relationship spaces?
Not always, but the project that I'm working on at the moment, I'm working on a few songs.
Oh, are you giving us an album very soon?
Maybe.
An EP.
Yes, an EP. It's on its way. It is on its way. I can't give any dates or anything like that, because there is one or two things that still needs to be polished. But I've been, like, it's been a frustrating journey, because it's been taking me like 2 years to get to where I am now, because things cost money.
Yeah.
So like that's a different topic we can dive into. But I'm trying to kind of I want to release an EP, and I want to tell a story, and this EP specifically revolves around love and kind of the journey of falling in love and being like enthralled by
That's
this
why
person.
you always have relationship
then-
advisors. That's why someone else comes to you, because you know this thing.
No, we have a friend from Malaysia, and he was also in the Battered Housewives club, and he's always coming to me. I've told him in the past, if you need, just call me. Just give me a call. I must say to my friends as well, I'm the advice person, which is ironic at times, because I was like single for a year now. So but yeah, like I think that this specific concept, I don't only write about love. I think if you start writing, you tend to write about love a lot. Now at the moment, I'm delving a bit more into self-exploration and different types of topics, pushing myself towards that. But that is for a next project. I'm still writing, so I'm already working.
We're waiting, Cara.
I'm already working on all these things, but it's frustrating, because if you don't have a label, and if you don't have money,
I was about to ask you that. Like, are you under a label, or you just book a studio time and then keep your songs, studio time, keep your songs?
I'm an independent artist.
Wow.
Which comes with its challenges. So at the moment, the biggest struggle since I've started was the financial side of it. Because if you want something to be done properly, you have to pay. And I am very perfectionistic about my music, any art that I do, you know. So, but I've managed to find people that are good at what they do for like a little bit lower price, but it takes them forever. There's no like, okay, I'm booking you for these dates, and these dates I'm coming to the studio, which is probably just in their apartment, you know, like a mic or so, which is fine for me, you know, like if that's, you know, that's more than enough, you know. You can make art with very little, as you proved to us as well. But then the producer I was working with for a very long time, he would like just say, oh sorry, like I can't tell you when I'll be available. Then I'm like, yo.
No,
so
you have
every
to
week
wait.
on a Monday I have to ask, what's your week looking like? And then he would be like, oh sorry, I'm in George, I'm gonna be here for 3 months. Then I'm like, yo. So like it takes time and it takes money. And in December actually, of last year 2023, I released My Rede. And at that point, a producer contacted me from Oudtshoorn, Joe Louis. Shout out Joe. He is amazing at what he does, but at the moment, what he's focusing on doing in Oudtshoorn is kind of building a community, and I really like that. Is inspiring to me because he has the talent to move to Cape Town and make a killing. But what he's doing at the moment is he's kind of showing the people of Oudtshoorn that like, you don't need to be in Cape Town, you don't need to be in LA or whatever to make good music. Like, let's come together.
Just
let's
start.
you
Let's
know
do it.
let's get the proper equipment. So he's basically funding the studio and everything, and you know, it's kind of like a team effort. So at the time he DM'd me. Oudtshoorn is 5 hours from where I live, ne? So he was like, if you are ever in the area, let me know, then we can work together. And at the time I was on holiday in Mossel Bay, so I was like, this is perfect. I'm an hour away, where the producer I was seeing at the time is anyways an hour away from me. He's in Hout Bay. So I'm like, okay, I'm only an hour away, let me come through, let's make some music. And we made a stunning song which isn't out yet. I'll still decide when to release.
Why are you keeping us waiting?
But the point is, because I hate to keep you guys waiting, but like the money that I need, you know, like you have to do the proper promo, you have to get a photographer, you have to like, everything needs to be planned out, and it's a lot, and you need to have the time to make the content and whatever. And you know, I'm still promoting the old songs, so it takes a while. It's frustrating at times, but you know, we move. I know at some point I'll have enough money for things to happen more swiftly.
As long as you have started, that's the main thing. Just start, do it, and then the other things you're gonna find them right on your way. So I don't think you should even underestimate what you're doing. What you're doing is very perfect, and we're out here with you by your side. We're listening to your music. Promote it to us. We're gonna listen to it.
Thank you.
So and hopefully, guys, after this, if you're watching it, you're gonna go and listen to her music. It's
Please do. It's on all streaming platforms. So wherever you listen to music, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, it's on YouTube as well. Doesn't do that well on YouTube because most people aren't listening on YouTube, but it's on Deezer, it's on Amazon Music. Wherever you listen, you can go. You can go search me, Cara Rossouw.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Because I was on TV the other day, guys. I was on TV, and the people also, and you know, like, it was a nice experience and everything, but something that frustrated me, no shade, but the people, like, everything is very fast paced, and the people also couldn't pronounce my surname and stuff, so they were just calling me Cara the whole time. And
did they even bother asking you how to pronounce
they
your?
They asked me like beforehand, but because it was like so quick, they didn't have, like, they couldn't remember it in the moment. So, and they didn't have time in the space of, you know, the questions, and the girl also didn't get to any, like, a lot of the questions, because everything happens like this. And I think it was also my first interview in English, so I was still a bit like stumbling over my words and stuff. It isn't my home language, so high pressure environment. So they just called me Cara
the whole time. Don't worry,
And
you are now at Domain XR Podcast. You have enough time.
Please go search me, Cara Rossouw. Cara with a C. Rossouw is Rossouw. And if you want to go find me on socials, you just add an extra W to the end. So just Cara Rossouw with an extra W.
Guys, that's Cara for you. Please go and listen to her music. So, Cara, I want us to play a game.
Okay. I mean,
I'm sure you didn't expect this.
Let's see.
So, here I have these pieces of papers, right?
Okay.
These pieces of papers are written inside.
Okay.
With all the names of the BHWC cast members.
Okay.
Yeah. So this game, I want you to pick one paper.
Okay.
Yeah? And then the name of the person that you see there, you're gonna have to go to the group, to the Battered Housewives.
Okay.
Wait, are you still in the group?
I am so.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna hand me my phone there, ne?
Oh, okay.
It's far away.
Sure.
Okay.
So
I go to the group.
you go to the group, yeah? You're gonna pick one paper, check out the name of the person, call that person, video call that person. If they answer,
then I win the game. Is that the game? If they answer.
if they answer,
oh my
then
gosh. Let's see
your name
what
is not
happens.
here, my name is not here.
Okay.
It's all the others.
Let's see.
Your play husband.
Oh my gosh.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
There you go.
I'm ready. Oh, this is stressful. I don't know which one. Okay, this one I feel like is closest to me, so I'm gonna take this one. Guys, this is freaking me out because some of these people have jobs. We all have jobs, you know. We all have jobs. We all actors. This is perfect. This
Yeah,
is
who is it?
perfect. I got Bokang.
Ah.
Bokang and I are good friends, so I think she's gonna answer. But she has started a new job, so
Okay.
let's see if she
Hopefully.
answers. Hopefully. Because I haven't catched up as well. She's been sending me messages. I haven't been replying.
Yo.
I'm quite bad on my phone, but my friends know that. They know that. So eventually I reply. But let's see if she answers.
Hopefully.
Let's see.
Is it ringing? Or-
It's ringing. It's ringing.
Hello.
I think she's at work, eh? What happens if she doesn't answer? Then I just lose.
I'll give you 2 more chances to pick another person.
2 more chances,
Yeah.
sure. I don't think she's gonna answer.
10 seconds.
Nah, she's not. This is still ringing. This girl is not at her phone. Okay, let's try someone else.
Okay, sure. No problem.
Gosh, okay, let me see. I'm hoping for like Nana or Sumalezi, but Nana also teaches, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna pick this one. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's see. Zubair. Okay, but he teaches as well. He's not
Okay.
gonna answer. Oh, Bukang, he's calling back. Hold on. Hello. Guess who I'm with? We're doing a podcast. We live at the moment. Do you want to say hello to the camera? Yes, you are. Yeah, he's
So actually, Bokang, we're playing a game, me and Cara, here on the podcast. So I said, if anyone answers from the Battered Housewives Club cast, then she's getting a Dominic. She didn't know about it. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were
Bukang
gonna
is
say
so
that.
jealous. She wants a gift as well. Wait, I need to. She's having a whole dramatic moment here. Wait, hold Bukang for a moment so that I can open my shit.
I'm glad you guys are doing this. I'm glad, Cara, you won. Cara knew that I'm the one person who loves video calls.
Yeah.
I was so scared because I know you started a new job, but he had the papers in his hands. So I had to pick one, and the first one I picked was you, so it's perfect.
Oh my god!
Yay!
Literally,
Wait.
the only reason is because I literally went downstairs to pick up my order, but you know that, like, immediately I'll call and be like, what's happening?
Look at my shirts! I love it. I love it. And this is the back, guys. I miss you too, Bukang. Thank you for answering.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye, my love. Have a good day. Okay.
Wow.
I cut the order. Wait, I want to put the shit on.
Sure,
I want to
sure,
put it
sure.
over this one.
Sure.
We can rep your brand as well, guys. This is Liteta's brand. Domain XER, ne?
Yeah.
Tell us, I want to ask you a question. I want to know what this brand like means to you and the name of the brand, what that is all about and what inspired it and stuff.
I feel like okay. So I what inspired the brand? I actually didn't know that I wanted to do a clothing brand when I
Okay.
started it. It all started in grade 10. I
Oh.
hated maths. Yo, I hated mathematics.
Maths.
I hated
Okay,
mathematics, but
okay.
at least I got something out of it because the Dominic CR. It's do you know the exponential functions?
Yeah,
the-
yeah, those things,
There's
yeah.
a topic in mathematics where they speak about exponential functions where you have to put in the x and with the y component and all of those. And I was in class this other time, and then we were like doing the test, and then I just saw the Dominic CR. I was like, you just see it, and then it just does something
Okay,
within
it
you.
just felt right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then I wrote the word on a different paper, and I kept it in my pocket, and I just kept looking at it and just thinking, what can I start with this name and all of that, until a friend of
Okay.
mine told me about this other local clothing brand that's doing waves. Like it's like
Okay.
very, very good and all that. They're producing quality and all of that. And then I was like, bro, do you know of a clothing brand called Dominic CR? He didn't know that I was talking about this. Yeah, well, I asked him, do you know of a brand by the name of Dominic CR? He was like, no, what's that? And then I was like telling him it's going to be the next big brand.
Nice. Let's go,
At that time, there's nothing. I even started.
He was Googling, he was like, what is this man talking about?
Yeah, well, so that's where the whole inspiration. And if you can look at the colors, it's like the South African flag colors.
That's
yeah.
so nice. Thank you for my shirt. I really appreciate it.
Sure. And I also hope that you enjoyed.
I really did.
I like how Cara is so organized. When we got here, she made sure that everything is in order. Thank you for welcoming me.
It is such a pleasure. It's
Beautiful
such
house.
a pleasure. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, friend. It's lovely to be here. Guys, go watch all of his other episodes. This man is going to make big waves. We're all out here, starting somewhere. It starts small, but we're dreaming big. And I know you and we're going to see each other on the big screens. We're going to be on the big screens together.
We have to. Hopefully in the future we can write a song, because I do write as well.
Okay. Let's hear about that next time as well. Please. Okay.
You want to drop your handles?
My handles, so Cara Rossouw, Cara with the C, Rossouw Rossouw.
Do you what do you want to be remembered as?
What do you mean, like in
life? In the next 5 years, where can I see Cara?
I just want to be a creative. I just want to be an artist. Like it's such a difficult question for me, because it's like I don't want to be just one thing. Like I want to be a singer and a performer and go to festivals and whatever, and I'm manifesting that for myself. But I also want to act, and I also want to write and do all these things. So
you don't want to box yourself.
I want to try everything. I want to direct. I want to do screenwriting as well. I want to eventually, when I have a little cash dollar, I'll do some dancing classes as well, because guys, I have a bit of rhythm, but I don't have the moves.
So which means I was right when I said you are a quad threat. You are not a triple threat.
I'm a quad threat. I'm just a threat, man. Be scared. Be very scared. Be afraid.
Okay, guys, that's it. That's the Dominic CR podcast episode 11 with Cara Rossouw. And I really hope that y'all enjoyed. Enjoy, people. I'm the Teta Juile.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ek het gerou, het getreur, my kop was buite beheer. Jy sou my laaste wees, my hart breek keer op keer. Jy was my toekoms, my lag, my rede om te wees. Jy was perfek, hoe kon ek dan ooit aanbeweeg? So oor het. En nou kyk ek terug. Jy's doodnormaal met jou neus in die lug. Het jy gedink, ek sou nooit besef. Dit was nooit ons ding nie, dit was joune. Nie meer gesing nie, was geraas in jou stilte. Niks was verniet nie, dis altyd op jou dam. Kyk net na jouself, ek jou gesien in die wolke. Ek besef, jy was nooit myne nie. Maar my hart was joune. Ek besef, jy was nooit myne nie. Jy het geleegheid gesteel, my lach was uitgedeel. Vir al jou finaas, prijs vir jou eetgesteel. Daar kom ons thuis, ek voel swak, my bos is alweer seer. Ek kan nie asemhaal, iets is alweer verkeerd. En nou kyk ek terug, met my volle verstand en onbelemmende sig. Het jy gedink, ek sou nooit besef. Dit was nooit ons ding nie, dit was joune. Het nie meer gesing nie, was geraas in jou stilte. Niks is verniet nie, dis altyd op jou ding. Kyk net na jouself, ek het jou gesien